Hello everyone, and welcome back to the iTalk. Today we are going to have a deep talk about the big impact of artificial intelligence on our world. I am Adit, and with me again are our student panelists who are here to share their views. We are happy to have Ahmad, a dedicated engineering student, AVIP, who brings a thoughtful view from the social science, and RANGGA, a sharp business student with a good eye for strategy. Welcome back, everyone.
Dan to mental sewer my complex part to this technology that engineering have time to comprehend the life.
Thanks for having me. I'm really looking forward to talking more about the big effect on society and people that this advanced AI system are starting to have on us every day.
It is a pleasure to be back, especially since the business, what is constantly being changed by AI innovation almost daily. This requires future leaders to always be analyzing and thinking ahead.
Exactly. To start, I'd like each part of you to remember your first significant experience with the idea of artificial intelligence, maybe long before it was a common term.
My first student need of AI come from a modern school, but from basic sense and verification of the idea of a low budget system of robotic designed to control robot headphones.
My introduction to the concept of AI comes from an interesting university lecture on the Turing test. It asks the deep philosophical question of whatever a machine could ever copy human talk and emotion so well that you couldn't tell the difference.
From a business point of view, my clearest early encounter with AI was when I realized that small social media algorithms were not just showing my past search, but were effectively predicting what I would buy next with magic accuracy.
Those are great starting points. Now, let's move to your university life. Describe a specific project where AI was not helpful, but slowly changing.
Currently, I've been design project in the last student and advanced AI course that student of complex supervisation in job minutes and of five model found that my overall calculation overall
For a major research paper, I use an AI sentiment analysis tool to look at hundreds of historical political speeches. While it was incredibly fast at gathering data, it also saw its limits by failing to understand sarcasm and irony in the text.
My team's final business plan was for build on the basic frameworks made with an AI. It gave us a good starting point, but it needed a lot of human input and creative strategy, taking to the unique value that the mission cannot create.
You mentioned AI limitation, which bring up a big challenge known as the black box problem. Could you explain how the issues of knowing how an AI gets its answer affects your trust and its usefulness in your field?
The next box issue is a major problem in engineering with AI students and material or designers simply use web and step by step information based on physical is impossible for me to check in if or a sports dedication for real world tasks.
From a social science view, this lack of clarity is very troubling. If an AI denies someone a lot or suggests power decisions without a reason you can explain, it creates a system of power that can be held accountable and can continue hidden biases.
In the business world, the black box problem is a big reason companies hesitated to use it on ice patterns. Decision it's nearly impossible to practice about million result on a recommendation from a system that can explain its own logic.
This challenge of transparency leads us to the bigger topic of ethics, which goes far beyond just sitting in school and into the heart of our society.
One of the most urgent ethical problems I think about is data privacy. These powerful AI models are trained on your collective digital footprint, which raises serious questions about your consent and ownership of the data we create online.
I'm mainly concerned with the complex issue of accountability. When a highly autonomous system like a self-driving car makes a critical mistake, figuring out the chains of responsibility between the owner, programmer, and communicator becomes very difficult and urgent without service.
For my engineering field, how much we give that things so that we want to make notes, like or then session human is always in the field and for finally in review and crucial moral adjustment.
Those are critical points on a large scale, but how does this affect on your personal level? Do you feel a personal ethical conflict when you use the powerful tools for your own work?
I absolutely feel a personal conflict every time I use an AI to summarize academic texts. I am benefiting from its speed while also worrying that I supporting a system that might have been trained or on copyright material without fairly paying the original authors.
My personal ethical problem come up when using AI for market research. There is attention to already on AI generated strategy instead of doing the hardest work of AI. Human-centered innovation is my responsibility as a future business leader.
For me, the personal attention is processing of training and the full professional that go around and double checking our brain code organization, being able and not catch error and that to merge system future development.
This sense of personal responsibility is key as we think about the future of jobs. How do you see jobs in your field being transformed by this human AI collaboration?
I see my future traditional and engineering as part of an open human and science AIT. I will be response simple build a powerful tools and understanding here and complex resolution and to achieve safer and more efficient engineering simulation.
I believe we will see new jobs appear such as AI ethics and bias auditors. Their main job will be to act as the human bridge between technology and the goal of achieving fair outcomes for our community.
In the business world, the most successfully professional will be just one who can effectively manage a great deal of human and AI. They will assign routine tasks to the machine so they can focus their own time on high-level strategy, creativity, and building long-term client relationship.
That's an optimistic long-term vision. But what do you see as the most immediate challenge for students like you who are about to enter this rapidly changing workforce?
For me, my writing of review due to the most impression physical and challenge is interaction with years of other has to found new advanced AI tools. In not extension and workplace that instill us other systems that are always open.
I believe the biggest immediate challenge is a psychology one. It involves running the delicate balance of how to trust your AI partners enough to efficient without ever trusting them, and to the point where we lost your own critical thinking skill.
The key challenge for graduating student is a skill gap. Well, we know AI collaboration is the future. University aren't yet formally teaching the practical skills like prompt engineering and AI management that employers are already starting to look for.
If this future is to happen, it needs thoughtful rules. Please focus on what specific regulation you believe is necessary for responsible AI development.
I strongly support a mandatory information level. For our commercial AI system, it would transparency so the data being used and the basic logic, empowering consumer and business to make better informed decisions.
In my opinion, the global nature of this technology requires legally binding international trade. It should set clear safety standards and limits for the development of a high-risk AI system, especially those related to autonomous weapons.
Practical and essential step will be to create and simple, safety, and the system and like the already PCO. The public that AI product has been to state by national party for history and reality.
Those are all exceptionally clear ideas. To conclude our long discussion, please share your single greatest hope for the long-term role AI will play in the story of humanity.
My understanding that what is that AI, which the mentioning as the tool for ensuring human safety and training safety discovery, helping us solve some of the brains, engineering, and medical challenges in the world.
My deepest hope is that AI will eventually lead to deeper human connection and wisdom by removing communication barriers and automating boring tasks. This would free up our time and energy to focus on what is truly irreplaceable, like community, creativity, and caring for one another.
The future I imagine is one where AI acts as a great equalizer. It empowers small business with predictive insight and provide access to personalized, high-quality education for every child on the planet, ultimately creating a more equal and prosperous global society.
The powerful ideas of protection, connection, and empowerment are wonderful trials of hope for the future we are all building. Ahmad, Afif, Rangga, I want to thank you for your incredibly deep and clear insight today.
Thank you for this informed and that is profession about the future of engineering and technology.
It has been a real pleasure to explore this complex topic with so much depth and consideration for the human.
I appreciate the opportunity to discuss this strategy as the future of business absolutely depends on meeting the life.
And to our dedicated listeners, thank you for joining us. It's clear that the future of AI isn't accepted, but is being actively shaped by our collective choice and thoughtful conversation. Until next time, stay curious. This is AI Talk.